Shalom, shalom. You tuned in here with the I.S.U.P.K in Virginia. You understand, to another episode of the Former of All Things, where we highlight the inventions that God's chosen people, the real Jews of the Bible, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, have made that completely changed and revolutionized the world and society. You understand, of course, the Lord said in the Bible, he made one people above all the other people on the face of the earth. But he also said that those people, you understand, would go into captivity, and another nation would eat up all of the works and the things that we have, and we would get no credit for it. That is talking about the real Jews of the Bible. Deuteronomy 7:6 says, "For thou art a holy people, a separate people unto the Lord thy God," meaning the God of this Bible shows ownership over his people, not all people, because it wouldn't have said thou art a holy people. "Unto the Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth." That's a very important thing that's in the Bible that, of course, you'll never learn in church, because they don't teach what's actually in the Bible, and they don't serve the God of the Bible. They serve our oppressor. You understand? And today we're going to talk about another Black inventor, another inventor. This brother's name is Dr. Joseph N. Jackson. Very important to learn about him. Dr. Joseph N. Jackson was educated at Columbia University in Maryland. He went to Esau's military when he was 18, got his GED. The brother attended a university where he got his doctorate, Columbia University in Maryland, electrical engineer. You understand, he's responsible for this invention that you see that completely changed how things are done, how electronics are used. It absolutely revolutionized them, because you no longer have to physically get up out of your chair and go into turn the TV, turn the knobs, turn the radio. You understand, your DVR, your TVR, all of these things now are equipped with this invention that Dr. Joseph Jackson made. You no longer have to get up and turn these knobs and these dials, because he invented this, the remote control. The remote control, this is what Dr. Joseph Jackson invented. You remember, if you were born when I was, you had to physically get up and turn the knobs on the TV. Very difficult. You had to develop great strength. Sometimes you had to use pliers. Now you could just sit back and recline and use this invention that Dr. Joseph Jackson created, the remote control. You see how oppressors are able to kick their feet up and just watch TV. Click the button. Thanks to Dr. Joseph Jackson. When the Bible says in Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 16, the portion of Jacob, Jacob was the forefather of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. These 12 tribes that you see here listed on this sign, so-called Blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, so-called Mexicans, Cubans, Puerto Ricans. These are the children of Jacob. Our forefather Jacob, his name was changed to Israel. What you don't know is that Jacob was a Black man, and so are his people, so are his children. Today we make up so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, all the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Jeremiah 10 and 16 says the portion of Jacob is not like them. It's not like all the other people, the Chinese, the Arabs, the East Indians, the Africans. Because of manufacturing today in your mind, when you think of a computer, you think of a laptop, you don't think of Dr. Otis Boykin, who is the Black man responsible for you having a PC and a laptop at your home and a desktop. When you think of the electronics, the closed circuit and the cameras for your security jobs or your home security system, you don't think of Marie Van Brittan Brown. You think of the company that's manufacturing the electronic devices that are being put in your home. When the Bible says, for he is the former of all things, meaning the creator of all things. When you think of the color TV, you think of Sony and Sharp and Panasonic and Magnavox and the smart TV. You don't think of the Mexican brother Luis Camarera Gonzalez, who is responsible and creator of the color TV. You don't think of these 12 tribes, because our people are the former of all things, like the Bible says. When Christ says in Matthew 5 and 13, ye are the salt of the earth, meaning we give the earth its flavor. Imagine going to a hotel like you used to have to do, and you see this here, You see this here with these buttons. You got to get up and go and turn and crank. That's how hotels were when I was a baby, when I was young. But thanks to this brother who created this invention, nobody has to physically get up and turn their TV, their electronic devices, their cable boxes, their DVR. Things are done by remote control because of this black man, because of this real Jew, the biblical ethnic Jews that God said are above all the other people that he created, are the ones that make all the inventions that completely change and revolutionize the world. Dr. Joseph Jackson, you understand? He got his GED in the 1960s. He attended television repair school at night, and he operated a radio repair business part-time. You understand? He got a business degree for business administration, and he got a doctorate in applied science and technology from Glendale University in Santa Fe, New Mexico. You understand? He founded a company called Protelecon or Protelcon in the 1990s, around 93. The company distributed the Telecommander that allowed parents to have control over the content that their children watched on TV. You understand? Like, this brother made amazing inventions. Of course, you never learn about him because the Christian church doesn't teach us that God's chosen people are a race of people and not all the boys and girls and children of the world. And all you learn for Black History Month is Martin Luther King, who he even himself said that he regretted that whole civil rights movement that he was doing because he feared he integrated his people into a burning house, and he was young and optimistic and foolish and led by our oppressor to force our people to stop producing scientists and inventors like this brother here, Dr. Joseph Jackson. By us integrating now, they able to mass produce what we created. We don't even learn that our people made these great inventions. You think they come from China or they come from Beijing or Tokyo or Apple, when in reality, they come from the real biblical ethnic Jews of the Bible. This is Dr. Joseph N. Jackson, the father of the remote control. Like, share, subscribe. You understand? I.S.U.P.K. No cowards. Shalom. Tune in for another episode.